Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a mod for my mouse so that I can flick a switch and it will control the right click of my mouse. It's easy to do, so first off I'm going to open up the mouse, take a screwdriver and put it in the hole here. So popped open the screw and then we can just remove the top just like that. Easy peasy. So next step is to remove the screws on top of the circuit board. Again, I take a screwdriver and I just remove. You want to make sure you know which screws go into which hole. So there you go. Have the screws there, and there's the mouse wheel. Put it to one side, and then I can just lift up the motherboard, and we see here these are the mouse buttons. This is the left and right click, left and right. So we can turn that over, and on here on the circuit board. And right here you can see the contacts. This contact is connected up to a wire and this contact is connected up to a wire. But just to check, I'm going to take my multimeter and put it on continuity mode. Now what I want to do, since that my multimeter is in continuity mode, I touch the ends together and if it makes a beeping sound then we're good to go. So what I want to do is connect my multimeter to these 2 points, and since I'm pressing down hard enough, the button's being pressed. I'm pressing it with my finger now. Not being pressed, not pressed, pressed. Okay, so what I want to do now is take my switch, solder some wires onto my switch, and then solder those two wires up to the ones that we just found out were connected to the push button switch. So now my switch has wires on it. I'm just going to hook those wires up to the points that we just found. So this point and this point and this point, and then just solder them directly on there. And just solder them directly on there. So take my soldering iron, lay the piece on there, and then just heat up the solder joint. There we go, and ta-da! It's soldered on. Next step is to put the mouse back together. So I put the PCB on top of the thing and I can just thread the screws back in with the correct screwdriver. There we go. Next step is to put the mouse wheel back in. So when I press down that, you should hear a click. You should also be able to scroll. Okay. Next step is to find a place where you want to mount the switch. I would like the switch right where my thumb is. So now that I've found the place, I'm gonna, what you guys can do is you can take a power drill and drill a hole, or if you have a Dremel, you can use that. But my Dremel's too loud and my power drill's out of battery, so I am gonna do something which is not my bestest of ideas, but I'm gonna just burn a hole through it with my soldering iron. I put in a spare head because I don't want it to be a head that I use and contaminate it. So I'm just going to take it and put the soldering iron there and hold my breath. Okay, now I'm gonna cut and open my window. So I just sanded down the edges, the rough edges a bit, and I've put it in, and just to test it works, I can flick the switch either way. It extrudes only a small amount, which is fine by me. I didn't want it to be that extrude that much. And now I'm just going to take a hot glue gun and put a generous amount. So now we can put on the top. So I just make sure the lead goes out the top of the mouse, and then I put the lid back on. So we put the lid on, and then we can just put the last screw back inside the mouse, and with this screwdriver, and then it just screws back in. Okay, so my hands are off the mouse and I've held it down, and what it says is the mouse is down and it's actually held on, so if I move the mouse it still thinks it's being selected. And I unclick the button, then click and hold, and it thinks that I've just held down the button and I've moved along. So guys, there you go, it's selected it because it was auto-clicked. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.